here we have to determine the number of distinct real roots of the sixth derivative of x square minus 1 to the power 6 equated to 0. Now we are not going to solve this problem by differentiating this 6 times and then solving the resulting equation. That is going to be very lengthy. We will solve this using two concepts. The first one is Rolle's theorem, and the other concept is multiplicity of roots. Let us see what are the roots of this equation, x square minus 1 to the power 6 equal to 0. Now the roots of x square minus 1 is equal to 0 are plus 1 and minus 1. So this is x square minus 1 to the power 6. So this equation will have 6 roots which are plus 1 and 6 roots which are minus 1. So we can say for this equation x is equal to 1 is a root of multiplicity. It's a root of multiplicity 6, and x is equal to minus 1 is also a root of multiplicity 6. We will come back to this in a minute. Now let us quickly see what is the concept of Rolle's theorem. The statement of Rolle's theorem is if f of x is a function which is continuous in a closed interval a comma b and differentiable in open interval a comma b such that f of a is equal to f of b, then you can see here I am considering one example. Let us say this is a, this is b here, and you can see that f of a and f of b both are equal. Let us say some value k. Now f is a function which is continuous in the closed interval, differentiable in the open interval, and f of a is equal to f of b. In such a case there will be at least one point between a and b, let us say c, where the tangent drawn to the curve will be horizontal. In fact here you can see that there are two such points, but what is guaranteed is the existence of at least one such point where the derivative will be equal to 0. So we can say f dash of c is equal to 0. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to take an even more particular case, that is, let us say again we consider a function which is continuous and differentiable such that a and b are two roots. Let us say this is a and b. This is another function, let us call that as g of x. This is the curve of g of x which is continuous and differentiable throughout, and a and b are the roots of this function g of x. So g of a is equal to 0 and g of b is also equal to 0, and we can hence say g of a is equal to g of b. Now the function g of x satisfies the condition for Rolle's theorem in the interval a to b. So we can apply Rolle's theorem here and say that there will be a point c which belongs to the open interval a comma b where g dash of c will be equal to 0. As you can see, that happens somewhere here. So if a and b are roots of the function, then c becomes the root of g dash of x equal to 0. So between two roots of a given function which is continuous and differentiable, there is always a root for the derivative of the function equated to 0. So this is what we are going to use in this problem with respect to Rolle's theorem. I have made a separate video regarding roots of multiplicity, you can refer to that. But here what I will say is, if f of x is equal to 0 has a root alpha with multiplicity m, then f dash of x is equal to 0 has root alpha with multiplicity m minus 1, and f double dash of x is equal to 0 will have the root alpha with multiplicity m minus 2, and so on. So these two concepts we are going to use here. Now first let us mark on the number line what are the roots of x square minus 1 to the power 6 is equal to 0, and they are minus 1 and plus 1. and we know minus 1 is a root of multiplicity 6, which I will indicate like this, and plus 1 is also a root of multiplicity 6. These are the roots of f of this f of x is equal to 0. Now, if we take f dash of x is equal to 0, then between two roots of a given function equated to 0, we know that there will be a root of f dash of x equal to 0. So, if we apply Rolle's theorem here, minus 1 is a root, plus 1 is a root, and the given function is both continuous and differentiable. So, we can say that between minus 1 and plus 1, there is going to be a root for f dash of x is equal to 0. So, one root I will indicate with 1, and since minus 1 is a root of multiplicity 6 for f of x equal to 0, for f dash of x is equal to 0, minus 1 will be a root of multiplicity 5. Same is the case with plus 1. So, f dash of x is equal to 0 has a root between minus 1 and plus 1, 5 roots at minus 1 and 5 roots at plus 1. Now, let us take f double dash of x is equal to 0. Now, it will have 4 roots at minus 1, 4 roots at plus 1, and since minus 1 is a root, although it is a root with multiplicity 5, still it is a root, and there is a root here. Now, between these two roots, there will be a root for f double dash of x is equal to 0, 1. Again, between this root of f dash of x equal to 0 and this root of f dash of x equal to 0, there will be a root for the derivative, which is f double dash of x is equal to 0. Now, let us take f triple dash of x is equal to 0. This way we are just going to continue till the sixth derivative. So, that we will have 3 roots at minus 1, 1 root between minus 1 and this root, so 1, and 1 root between this root and this root, 1 root between these two, and 3 roots here. Now, the fourth derivative. So, that would be 2 between these two, 1 between these two, 1 between these two, 1 between these two, 1 and 2 here. Now, fifth derivative equated to 0. So, 1 root here between these two, 1 between these two, 1 between these two, 1 and here. And finally, if we take the sixth derivative of the function equated to 0, between these two there will be a root here, between these two 1, between these two here, and between these two here. So, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the sixth derivative the sixth derivative of the function equated to 0 will have at least 6 distinct real roots. Thank you.